Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. 高天原に根詰まります。カムロギカムロミのみこともちて、すべに親かむいざなぎのみこと、つくしのいむかの立ち花の、ほどのあまりはらに、みそぎ払いたもときになりませる。払いどの狼たち、もろもろのまがごと積み汚れを、払いたまえ清めたまえとまおすことのよしを、天つかみ国つかみやおよろずの神たちともに、雨のふちこまの耳振り立てて、ぎこしめせと、かしこみかしこみもまおす。弥勒大神守りたまえ先生えたまえ弥勒大神守りたまえ先生えたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先生えたまえ教えみ親主の神守りたまえ先生えたまえガンながら魂生えませ。ガンながら魂生えませ。Great God of light, creator and giver of all life.
In accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to the end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all of humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan, and for the privilege of chanting and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified, as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives.
Great God of light,
Bless and protect us, radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan.
please be seated. You will now receive group Johrei.
May God Meishu-sama bless you.
Johrei is now concluded. Let us now listen to the teachings of Meishu-sama. Truth, virtue, and beauty. Only deeds of love can bring forth a world completely filled with truth, virtue, and beauty. Paradise on earth will be a world of beauty, a place where the inner hearts of all its inhabitants are just as beautiful. One whose thoughts, words, and deeds are always pure, always beautiful, can surely be considered one who lives in paradise. God's purpose is to create an ideal world where truth, virtue, and beauty reign. Needless to say, the dark forces foster falsehood, vice, and ugliness. Beauty is necessary to the soul, as it brings joy and a sense of wholeness, not only to yourself, but to all who come in contact with it. It can be called a kind of virtue. The higher a civilization is, the more conscious it should be of the value of and need for beauty. It is essential that everyone cultivate a greater sense of aesthetic values. By so doing, not only individuals but nations as a whole will benefit. Making beauty and its impressions in the various phases of life one of a person's main goals is a contribution of immeasurable value towards the betterment of society, which will certainly serve as means of furthering the realization of paradise on earth. Beautiful environments make for beautiful thoughts, helping to place a person's mind on a higher plane. This in turn reduces crime and other negative actions in society. It must be realized that any teaching that aims at high ideals should maintain an awareness of beauty.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters morning service. Thank you for your continuous prayers towards the world peace, the victims of wars, of natural disasters, as well as man-made disasters and accidents. This morning, I want to share with you the faith experience of Jaqueline Teixeira da Silva. It's from the Port Town Johrei Center in Paraná, Brazil. After the death of her father in 1997, Jacqueline fell into a deep depression. She consumed large amounts of alcohol and had suicidal thoughts. Concurrently, she became aggressive and controlling. In 2001, she moved to another city and tried to rebuild her life. However, her depression intensified and she began to have conflicts with her sister who lived with her. Although she underwent psychological treatment, she still felt lost, lonely, and unhappy. In October 2013, she attended a Johrei gathering at the home of a cousin who is a member of our church and filled out the prayer form for the ancestral memorial service. November 2nd, she went to the church and participated in such service. It was a very moving and pleasant moment for her. A week later, she invited her cousin for lunch at her home, and to her surprise, she received the application form for membership. She was very happy since she had already wished to become a Johrei member. Thus, in December 2013, she received the Ohikari Sacred Focal Point. She began channeling Johrei and dedicating herself to cleaning and to reading aloud the teachings during monthly services. Gradually, changes began to occur. She became calmer and more gentle. The conflicts with her sister ceased. Symptoms of depression no longer appeared, and she was freed from excessive alcohol consumption. November 2017, she felt she should settle a debt that had belonged to her father. She sought guidance from the minister who suggested that she think of an amount and offer it as a donation of gratitude. However, she visualized a very high amount that she did not have. Therefore, she made every effort and offered the donation until she reached the stipulated amount within 4 months. Later, she dreamed of her father, who appeared smiling and happy. Embracing our faith not only saved her life, but also enabled her ancestors to ascend to the spiritual realm, and their joy was reflected in her transformation. Jacqueline commits to show people that it is possible to overcome difficulties and transform one's fate through Johrei and our practice of faith. Thank you very much for attending this morning service and listening to this beautiful faith experience. Wish you all a most pleasant weekend.
So this brings to a conclusion our morning service. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We wish you a very blessed day.